is just past midnight in a quiet residential pocket of Setagaya, Tokyo, at the end of December 2000. The last train has already passed. A vending machine hums at the corner of a narrow street, its light reflecting off wet pavement. Inside a two-story home, a heater clicks on and off in the winter air. By morning, a front door will be found open. The streets are not background here. They are the system. Setagaya sits inside the world's largest city, but it does not feel like a city at night. Small parks, tight lanes where cars slow to pass bicycles, rows of houses with low fences and gates that close softly instead of locking. Tokyo runs on schedules, trains, deliveries, school calendars, garbage pickup days printed and posted in every neighborhood. People move in patterns so regular that absence becomes visible. Information moves slower than routine. Every hour without a knock becomes its own kind of signal. On the evening of December 30th, 2000, the Miyazawa family is home. Mikio Miyazawa, his wife, Yasuko, and their two children, Nina and Rei. Their house sits next to a small public park, a stretch of open space that holds swings and a dirt field during the day and empties out at night. Phones ring. Messages are exchanged. Plans are made for the new year. The city prepares for a holiday that closes offices and quiets streets. Sometime after 11 p.m., an intruder enters the house. There is no alarm recorded, no call placed. By the time the sun rises on December 31st, the park fills briefly with the sound of children and parents before families leave to prepare for celebrations. A relative goes to check on the Miyazawas. The door is open. Inside, the system changes speed. Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department secures the scene. Detectives move through the house room by room. Forensic teams document what is there and what is not. The timeline becomes physical. Footprints, fingerprints, a half-eaten ice cream left in the freezer, clothes not belonging to the family in a drawer. The intruder did not leave quickly. The system notes that. The city outside keeps its schedule. Trains continue to run. Shops close early for the holiday. News bulletins interrupt regular programming. The case spreads across Japan. A family of 4, unalived inside their own home, in a neighborhood built on quiet. The pressure becomes national. Investigators collect thousands of pieces of evidence. A knife believed to be used in the attack. A scarf, a hat, shoes, DNA is recovered. The profile does not match anyone in Japan's criminal databases. The system looks outward. The clothing and items are examined for origin. The knife is traced to a manufacturer outside Japan. The shoes are identified as a foreign brand not commonly sold domestically. The city's borders become part of the case. Information moves between agencies, customs records, retail chains, international manufacturers. The calendar tightens into days and weeks of press conferences. Sketches are released. Descriptions circulate. The neighborhood changes how it moves. Gates close. Lights stay on longer. People pause before stepping into the park after dark. Being seen feels like safety, even when it isn't. Months pass, then years. The evidence does not move. The database grows. Japan expands its DNA collection policies. New systems come online. The Miyazawa profile is entered again and again. Each time, the answer is the same. No match. The case becomes a fixture in Tokyo's records, an unsolved file with a physical address and a digital footprint. Detectives rotate. The house is demolished in 2003. The lot becomes a small memorial park. The city absorbs the space. New residents move into the area. Children play where the house once stood. The system keeps its memory in cabinets and servers. In the years that follow, investigators release new details. They suggest the intruder may have had ties outside Japan. They examine DNA markers that point to mixed heritage. The information does not resolve into a name. The timeline stretches across decades. In 2010, the Tokyo Metropolitan Police mark 10 years since the unalivings. They hold a public appeal. Officers hand out flyers at train stations. The city listens, then returns to its routes. In 2020, 20 years pass. The case is still open, the evidence is still stored. The DNA profile is still unmatched. The system has not closed the file. The streets have changed. New apartment buildings rise near the park. Smartphones replace paper schedules. Vending machines take digital payments. But the address remains in the police database. The case exists in a space between local and national, between a single house and a country's sense of order. The records show what is known. An intruder entered. Items were left behind. A profile was created. What they do not show is the waiting, the long gaps between press briefings, the quiet months when nothing changes in the file. The system does not record those days. It records evidence numbers, updates, anniversaries. The park next to the house remains open. Children still run across the dirt field. Parents still sit on benches and watch. The calendar keeps moving even when a date stays circled in a case file that no one can close. The timeline from December 2000 onward now lives inside digital storage, an institutional memory. A single night that became a reference point for forensic practice, for international cooperation, for the limits of what a city can see. The streets carried the city forward. The records followed behind. And in the space between routine and memory, a house became a park. A file became an archive. And a case remained open, not solved, not forgotten, held in place by a system that still waits for a name to arrive.